So before you head onto the hills in winter, it's really important that you place quite a lot of consideration for your planning to ensure that you choose a route that's appropriate to the conditions on the hill, particularly in terms of avalanche hazards. The three main aspects you want to consider before going on the hill are the mountain conditions, you and your party's experience, and the route that you intend to take. These three things need to be considered at three important points: prior to your journey, during your journey, and then at key times during your journey, main decision points and any times when the environmental conditions change. That decision-making process is really easily explained in a leaflet that's available online and at many places around and about in Scotland. Be avalanche aware. Those aspects, once you get into the detail of that, prior to coming on to your journey, on to the day, you want to have a really good look at the weather forecast and how that's been developing at least over the week prior to going out onto the hill, and also the avalanche report, certainly for a few days before you go on the hill, and then definitely for the day you're actually intending to go out onto your journey. This will really inform the route that you're going to take and the type of terrain you want to be travelling over, so that you have a really good day out in the hills. When considering the weather, there's some main aspects that you want to take into account. They are wind speed and direction, precipitation, and freezing level. But more importantly than just looking at the actual wind speed or the freezing level is to look at any significant changes in those factors. So major changes in those factors will have a big impact on the stability of the snow underneath your feet, where it's lying on the hill, and also your ability to navigate and find your way around the mountain. So when we look at the weather in detail for today, we can see we've got really strong westerly winds blowing from 60 to 90 miles an hour. Anything over 15 miles an hour is going to start transporting snow. So straight away I've got strong concerns about easterly facing slopes where that snow is going to be loaded in. And the fact that we've got winds of 60 to 90 miles an hour means that walking is going to be very difficult indeed and quite hazardous. We've got quite a lot of snow coming down as well, and the freezing level staying fairly cold. So it's going to be a really wild day on the hill today. It might be one to seek out some lower level walks, lots of shelter, or maybe not actually go on the hill at all. It's really important to look at the avalanche report for the day that you're going out onto the hill. And straight away here we can see that those strong westerly winds are increasing the hazard on east aspects. Not just on the east aspects though, right round from the north down to the south. And above 900 metres we've got a considerable risk. And when we look over here at the hazard level for considerable, that can mean that there's natural avalanches are possible and human trigger avalanches are likely. If we look further down here at the text, and it's important to do that rather than just looking at the diagram, you'll find you get some extra information and also some information on how the situation might be changing during the day, and that's really important to take that into account as well. So that means that above 900 metres on aspects of northeast, east and southeast there's a considerable hazard. And that means that human triggered avalanches on those aspects are likely, whether that's you, your group or even a party that's above you. Once you've taken all this information into account, it's important that you actually use it to decide whether it's appropriate to travel to the area and go on the hill. And if you are going on the hill, that you use that information to choose appropriate routes for you and your party.